According to the Lloydminster Region Health Foundation, between 35 and 45,000 people die from sudden cardiac arrest every year in Canada. Now, every second matters during an emergency, and the local group is hoping to reduce those seconds with a new campaign. Jeremy Thompson has the story.
Call for help. Remove pads from package in back of unit.
It's a sound that helped to save Glenn Fagner's life when he woke up late one night in 2007. This is an automated external defibrillator, or AED.
I had a cardiac arrest, had a valve flip in my heart, and blood was actually going into my heart or into my lung cavity.
Fagner was rushed to the hospital where they used an AED to shock him out of cardiac arrest.
According to the Lloydminster Region Health Foundation, about 1 in every 1,000 Canadians over the age of 35 will die as a result of sudden cardiac arrest. Now, that applies to about half of Lloydminster's population, which is why they've decided to start the Heartbeat of the Community initiative.
We have purchased 35 AED machines that we're going to be installing into various community facilities within our region.
AEDs are commonly found in places where large groups gather, like recreation centers. Though through research, the Health Foundation discovered AEDs are not in some places you'd expect them to be.
A lot of the long-term care facilities in our region, as well as seniors' lodges, seniors' residences, they don't have AEDs, which seems like an automatic place that they should be.
The Health Foundation paid for the machines through donations to their cardiac care fund and are hoping to install them by the end of the year. After experiencing cardiac arrest himself, Fagner hopes the initiative will help to save more lives.
When you take a look at our population and the places that they're going to be putting it in, it's fantastic. I mean, the Health Foundation does such a great job, and Lloydminster is such a great community, and it's just going to be a benefit for everybody.
Jeremy Thompson, Newcap News.
RCMP are investigating a kitchen fire at a local home. They say it was the result of illegal drug use. It happened at a residence on 32nd Street and 57th Avenue on Saturday. EMS on scene treated a 19-year-old man for minor injuries. Now, there was minimal damage to the house, and the investigation is ongoing. Meanwhile, local emergency crews responded to a truck fire early this morning. This was the scene at 48th Avenue and 36th Street. RCMP say the vehicle fire was quickly controlled and doused before spreading. Now, the cause of the fire is believed to be from a battery charger that was left unattended. No one was hurt in the incident. Well, it's Monday, and that means it's time for another Retrospect this week from the archives. Now, in this installment, Brian Hardy introduces us to a special RCMP officer. But first, we go back to check out the last heavy oil show of the 80s.
This week in 1988, we report from a simpler, more outdoorsy heavy oil show.
It looks a lot like a fair, and for people who come to Lloydminster's Heavy Oil Show, there are over 200 exhibits to look at. The people who come aren't your average fair crowd, though. You see people, mostly men, decked out in suits, and other more casual types in jeans. Take Harvey DeCook from Edmonton, for example. He's here promoting these pipe jacks his brother invented, and a torque monitoring system he invented.
The industry was demanding this sort of equipment to be able to handle the problems that they had.
What DeCook and others have in common is a goal to keep improving the heavy oil industry, and shows like this, where people can swap information about new technology, help. The two-day oil show is going on until Thursday at 6. Gwen Polakowski, Broadcast Center News.
It's September 1992, and we recognize a pioneering police officer.
The new assistant officer commanding arrived at the RCMP North Battleford subdivision a few weeks ago, and the new AOC has a lot of impressive experience, a law degree, a degree in education, and one unique trait shared by no other AOC in Canada so far. Inspector Bussin is a woman.
It's actually quite interesting because people, like you say, aren't used to seeing women in these kinds of positions, and the general public are very supportive, quite curious.
In her new posting, she is the assistant to the officer commanding and is involved in the management of 16 Midwest RCMP detachments and 2 satellite detachments. In this case, the Mounties did not get their man, but a very capable woman. Darcy Modine, Police Beat.
Join us next time when we witness progress in action on Retrospect, this week from the archives.
All right, that's all the time we have for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Good night.
Good night. Good night.